Hello guys, this is Dama.82. I know I haven't put up any content in a very, very long time. Dama had some med changes, and they didn't go very well for me. I basically couldn't get myself out of bed for like about a year. It was really, really bad. I'm actually on some stuff that works for me now, and I guess I finally got the energy I need to start doing this stuff again. So anyway, here we have a new build of mine. It's going to be for another Let's Play of Quest for Nedir in 2.4.9. I know I've already done this before, but this time I want to see if I can do some different stuff. We'll just had to see what I come up with, I guess. So what I am trying to make here is basically a Thunderhawk gunship from Warhammer 40k. It turns out looking pretty cool, honestly, as you could probably have guessed from the intro of the video. So let's talk about it a bit. Let me pull up the stats for this thing here. Alright, it has 4 large HE missiles. I believe they all have 1 warhead each. 2 1Q lasers that do about 7,500 damage per shot at 193 AP. 8 medium EMP frag missiles. I believe they have 2 frag and 2 EMP warheads. 3 HE medium-sized torpedoes. I think they do about 21,000 damage. They're really nasty. Then we have the large APS that sits in the top of the gunship. It is a 500mm APS using 6-meter autoloaders. It fires a Hesh heat round. And I have it with an inertial fuse, so it at least do something if it happens to bounce off a shield. It goes about 23 RPM. Pretty satisfied with it. Then we have 2 twin-barrel 100mm APS using APHE with a fire rate of about 90 RPM. Those are in the front of the gunship. And then we have 2 more twin-barrel 100mm APS using APHE with a fire rate of 125. Those are in the ends of the wings. And let's see here, what else? Oh yeah, it's got some really, really good shielding. 16 forward-facing shields at strength 6. This thing will bounce crams all day. In this version, it's kind of hard to do that. You really have to put a lot of power into a shield before it'll stop bouncing crams. Let's see here. What else can I tell you guys about this? I think last I saw this thing gets about 53 meters a second, which is kind of slow, but I think I could live with it. I mean, versus like surface crap, that's pretty fast, so. The armor on it's really, really good, honestly. It's got like a couple of layers of, metal armor, and then like a layer of heavy armor. Some heavy armor poles as a spalliner, and then I think I have another layer of metal back behind that. The bottom, I think, is like 3 layers of metal, and the top maybe like 2 to 3 layers of metal. The sides, depending on where you're at, could have 2 to 3 layers of metal. The part where the large APS gun is housed, that is almost completely encased in heavy armor. It will solo a bulwark pretty nicely, despite being less than 100k materials. Or, I'm sorry, 100k materials less than the bulwark. been very, very satisfied with it so far. If there's, I don't know, maybe if I could get like 5 likes, maybe I'll put it up on the workshop for you guys. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Keep in mind it is going to be a 2.4.9 design, so if you try to load it up into the current version from the depths, a lot of the systems may not work. So just a big heads up on that. So it took me a while to come up with a name for this thing. And people who have been with this channel the longest know that I most often will name my... Excuse me. Sorry, I got some allergies. Anyway, I usually name my craft after heavy metal songs. And this one I decided to call Sleipnir. Feel free to let me know down in the comments if I pronounced that right or not. But it is a song about Odin's warhorse, Sleipnir, who actually, well, it's implied that Sleipnir is actually a son of, who was it, Loki? Yeah. Norse mythology has just some really, really crazy stuff. I highly recommend you guys look into it. Some really crazy stories in there. Anyway, yeah, the song is actually done by Manowar, one of my favorite bands. Highly recommend it to you guys to check out sometime. God, these guys are old enough to be like my parents, and they still rock pretty hard. I'm really, really impressed. So the campaign that I want to do in 2.4.9, I believe I'm going to call this the Kingdom of Steel series. So I still got a lot more craft I want to make before I start getting into it. So it might be a while before I start producing those videos. I want to try to do something light first, just to try to get myself back into the groove of things before I start getting into like a really heavy project. So that's why we're doing some time-lapse videos with some voiceover here first, because they're really simple to do, so I can reacquaint myself with my editing software, stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out some audio issues too. Yeah, and different software I'm trying to use. It's going to be interesting to try to sort all this crap out. So yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to bring up for right now. Mostly in this video, I'm just going to be putting together a very quick and dirty hull for this thing. And I think I also eventually put in the 500mm APS in the back before I get way too serious. The video itself is like in 4 times speed, and this is like 2 hours of work here that y'all are watching. Alright, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of the video play. Remember, 5 likes and I'll try to get this uploaded to the workshop for you guys. So, yeah, have yourselves a hell of a day and keep your hammer high. Later, guys.